Hi, my name is Pastor Al York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 12. Short little verse, but it has a lot to say. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. Whenever you see two contrasting attitudes such as hate and love, you would expect to see vastly different outcomes, and certainly that is true in this verse. We can see the contrast if we were to switch the two main words and read it like this. Love stirs up strife, but hatred covers all transgressions. That just doesn't sound right, does it? Well, obviously, it's not right. Hatred. It's a strong feeling of animosity or ill will towards someone. What does it do? It stirs up, it agitates, it reveals secrets, it harps on. And what's the result? Strife. Strife is stirred by hatred. What's it stirring? What's in the pot it's stirring to produce strife? Well, I think the next part of the verse helps us see. It's transgression, or failures, sin. Hatred just keeps stirring these things up, revealing secrets, gossip. When you hate, you want to hurt, and so you keep on bringing up past transgressions or failures and harp on them. You won't let them go. You keep stirring the pot until finally strife is a result. Is your home filled with strife? Do you have a relationship that's filled with strife? Could this be why? It's easy to hide hatred. Proverbs talks a lot about it, and sometimes hatred is hidden behind this kind of activity. We keep picking away at the scab and wonder why it won't stop bleeding. We keep stirring the pot. This constant strife is in the relationship. It's just always there. You never know when it'll be revisited, so everyone is always on edge. Where does it spring from? It springs from hatred. You can call it something else to make it sound more spiritual, but God calls it hate. That feeling, that what feeds this constant agitation? An unwillingness to let an offense go. You want your pound of flesh, and even when you get it, you're still not satisfied. You keep going for more. That's an evidence of hatred in your heart. And sadly, this attitude seems to permeate our culture. Agitating, stirring up strife. Everyone has a phone, an iPhone, a cell phone, and we use them as weapons. To record offenses, to show someone in their worst possible light, to magnify offenses, and now we're going back hundreds of years and stirring up offenses done by people now saying we are guilty of those offenses just because we have the same skin color or belong to the same economic class. Why do we gossip? Why do we reveal secrets that could hurt someone's reputation? I remember a few years ago someone saw a police officer who was sitting in their car at the end of a long night shift and they had fallen asleep. And someone with a phone recorded them sleeping, then plastered it all over Facebook. And basically lit this poor person's life on fire. Why did they do that? They could have lovingly just tapped the window so they wouldn't be embarrassed, or worse, could be attacked by someone, or someone might come along and decide to record them. That would have been a loving thing to do, but no, they stir it up. They reveal it. They agitate. Why? Hatred. So many people today are filled with hatred. Maybe under the surface, but when you see so much strife in a culture as we do, you have to know hatred is very much a part of that culture. That we've made making a spectacle out of people's embarrassing situations and failures. It's a national pastime. I think a lot of it started with America's Funniest Home Videos. I mean, we just shows people falling and making mistakes and all kinds of silly things. Now, I realize they have to give their permission to be on there. But embarrassing people with cell phones and what we record and everything else has become a national pastime. A president of the United States can't even walk up a set of stairs to get to an airplane. He trips going up the stairs, and it gets on the national news. That's who we've become as a culture. And it is tragic. And I think that's why it's safe to say that hatred is very much a part of our culture. And the further away we get away from God, the worse it's going to get. But Christians should not be filled with hate. Gossip, slander, stirring up strife should not be who we are, should not characterize our lives. We are to be peacemakers. Love covers, love forgives. Christians don't make an issue out of every offense done against them. Love believes all things. It doesn't believe the worst about everybody. If we need to talk to someone who's hurt us, we do so privately. And we forgive, we reconcile. We don't make it a public thing. We don't reveal secrets we know could damage or hurt another person's reputation. If there's something that needs to be addressed that's serious, we'll address it. But if we love them, we're going to take the necessary steps to do all we can to protect them. But we seek to build up, not destroy. We do not minimize sin. We confront it. We forgive it. We reconcile. Then we leave it alone. We let it go. We cover it. If I see somebody going up a ladder that's very, very shoddy and it doesn't look like it's going to end well, am I quicker to pull up my phone and record what's going to happen, or to tell them, listen, maybe you shouldn't do that? And I think in our culture, most people would stand there and record it instead of warn them. And that's sad. But as you and I look at our lives and relationships, who am I in this verse? How would I have responded if I had seen that police officer asleep in the car? In my home, in my marriage, with my friends, do we have trouble keeping friends? What's it like at our family reunions? Who am I in my family reunions? Family reunions are usually filled with people who've been offended at some point or been hurt. Am I the one that stirs it all up? Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers offenses done against it, forgives, it loves. Can your spouse, your kids, your friends trust you with their faults, with their failures, with their secrets? If you truly love them, they can, and they will trust you. This is a simple verse that packs a punch. Hatred or love, they both bear fruit, and fruit doesn't lie. Every good tree bears good fruit, but the bad tree bears bad fruit. So then you will know them by their fruits. 1 Corinthians 13 says, verse 4, love is patient. Love is kind and not jealous. Love does not brag and is not arrogant. It does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own. It does not provoke. It does not take into account a wrong suffers. It does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.